Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of Blue Book MKE, and Let's Level Up Your Business 5-Day Challenge and Making Money with Stephen A. Williams on YouTube. In today's video, I just want to have a quick conversation with you. One of the things that I find with people when they're trying to become successful or trying to change their financial situation is that they find themselves procrastinating, where they think that tomorrow is guaranteed, and then they like this is the cycle. Like, say for today, you get up, you're motivated to do something, and then as you go through the day, that motivation goes down. Here, let me draw it out for you. So you get up, this is you. Your motivation level is way up here. You're like, hey, I'm gonna, I have this business idea, or I'm starting this business. I've invested my money, and I'm gonna make a whole bunch of money. And then later that day, you find yourself where everything is, it's going down. The motivation level is down. You still have that business, and then the next day you go through that whole cycle again. And so this is right here. This is what I went through. So I'll just kind of share what I went through and what I help people think about when you're trying to change anything in your life, but especially when you're trying to change something financially. Is that most people, we're gonna all have ups and downs, but let me tell you the thing that the people who are not able to get anything accomplished is that when they go up, they're way up, and they actually don't really focus on the things that get their business somewhere. It's just like they're just doing things, but they're really doing a whole bunch of nothing. And the proof will be in the results. So don't worry about that. Some people might be saying, well, hey, I'm doing activities. I'm trying to, I'm going to meetings and seminars, and I'm networking and doing all that stuff. But your results are not bearing out that stuff is working for you. So what they do is they just go up and down, up and down. And but when they go down, it's like nothing gets done. So when they go down, nothing gets done. And when they go up, nothing is really getting done. When they go up, they're doing a whole bunch of nothing. Like they'll buy stuff, they'll, get things, a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't do nothing for their business. And so without taking my word on it, if you find yourself in this situation, how would you know that doing nothing when you have your lows doing nothing gets you nothing? But how do you know that doing a whole bunch of stuff does nothing? Because your results in the end, what are your results? What are your results? This here is something that I had to do to myself years ago. I'm talking about 30 years ago, almost 35 years ago. Something that I had to do to myself, because I had noticed that I was going to workshops, seminars, meeting people, reading books, doing all of this stuff, and my result in the end was nothing. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you who are watching this video, it's even crazier now, because you can watch my video and then skip over to another video. You can see another technique and then another technique and this and that, but you never put nothing into action. What you need to do, this line here, let me change this line here. Let me change this line here. We're going to change this line. See this blue line here? This blue line is number one. This blue line, what this blue line is going to represent is consistency. I want you to, number one, focus on being consistent. That means that no matter if your day is up or down, that you remain consistent, because a lot of people, when they come down, they do nothing. So the next thing what I want you to do is that I want you to consistently do what it takes to get results. And at the beginning, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to do some testing. See, one of the things that I see, among other things, is that people actually never put stuff to the test. I know that it could be a little bit scared to put stuff to the test, because if people are afraid of failing. People are afraid of how people are going to look at them. People are afraid of looking stupid. Don't worry about that, because your result does not belong to anybody else. When you're riding in your Mercedes, your Rolls Royce, you're on the beach, when you have all the money that you want, when you have your nice suits, you're in your big office building, you got your board here that my wife got for me, easily spent, a few $1,000s with no questions asked. That stuff will belong to you. So don't worry about how people look at you. As a matter of fact, when you start getting these results, let me tell you what happened. So over here, people be like, you had these thoughts. Like, I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to be embarrassed. People look at it. And friends and family members might even say that to you. I had friends and family members say things similarly like that. Or bosses when I was starting my first business. Like, who do you think you are? You have no money. You're only 20 years old. Stay here at this security guard job. You have no business trying to start a business. People will say crazy things like that to you. But then what happens is when you get your results and you're making a whole bunch of money, your lifestyle has changed, then all of a sudden, those same people, they either keep their mouth closed or they say, we always knew you were smart. And that's what happened to me. Some of the people kept their mouth shut. You could tell that they're very envious. And some people were like, man, I knew you were smart. Same ones that call you stupid will call you smart because your result. So you got to work on this. You got to work on this. I try to keep this very simple so you can actually take action. So before I move forward, this is the review of what I want you to do. You wake up in the morning and you get yourself in the right mindset. Don't have this up and down. You tell yourself how you feel, how and what to think about moving forward that day, regardless of what's going on. And then you practice until it becomes a habit, consistency. Your results are going to start coming later with your results. And so you're practicing your getting that certain result. So for me, this is what I teach for business, because, this is what my channel is all about, is that how can we get to the first steps of getting to a level of consistency for our business so I can get somewhere. That's what you're thinking in your mind right now. I know this because even with me having 4 successful companies, when I'm doing projects within the company, it goes through my mind too. It's like where to start, what to do. And what I do is I just condense it all down. And it's like, what's the goal? And then what I got to do to start moving towards that goal. So for your business, I could just about guarantee your problem with your business is that you just don't have enough people to talk to you. You do not have enough people experiencing what you could do for them with your business or your products, your services. You just don't have enough people. Flat out. You got to do something about it. What is your plan right now to do something about not having enough people to talk to about your business? What is your plan? Like, tell me, what is your plan? Type it in the comments if it's here on YouTube. Type it in. What are your plans? Like, are you going to run ads? Are you going to do social media, free posts? Like, what are you going to do? And what are you going to be able to do consistently? See, one of the catch-22s with doing stuff where you're just doing things that are free is that you have to have a certain level of consistency even though it's free. So if you're posting social media, let's just take the freeway. We're going to take the freeway. Social media. So you're going to post to social media, and you're going to post, and you're going to post. So one of the things when I talk to companies and they talk about posting for free social media, or there's different people out there that talk about, hey, they're posting to my social media for free these posts. Now, I don't think that that's a bad thing. I think it's not good to depend on. I think that social media should be utilized. If you don't have the money, then you should utilize the free value that social media can give you. If you do have money, you need to utilize what social media could give you, utilizing a paid way. Now, I'm going to tell you, regardless of which way you do it, you're still paying. So it's just that you're just not used to spending money this way, even though you do it, and trust me, it could actually cost you more money. One of the things that I hear from people who try to do this stuff the free way on social media without paying people, because most people try to do stuff on social media so they don't have to pay anything, they just consider it free advertising, is that they never think about their time. So for you to be able to do creatives that are going to make a difference, because you can't just throw stuff up. Like, a lot of people think they can just throw stuff up and people are supposed to come and understand and utilize it. You're going to have to spend time, number one, learning about how to utilize social media. There's a specific technique that you have to utilize to be able to get stuff. And it starts with making creatives, when I say creative, that means your images, they have to not have two double, triple meanings. People, when they look at it, they understand what it means. They look at your wording, they understand what you're trying to get across. A lot of people think that they're doing that in their wording when they're actually not doing it in their wording, and they think that they're doing it with their imaging, and they're not actually doing it with their imaging. If you can imagine, people are scrolling, they're too busy, and if it looks like something that they are not interested in, they're just gonna, just let it go away. But everybody is attracted to it because they're thinking, like, if I could just get my stuff to go viral, then I'll just be on my way. And even when there's been a lot of people that have went viral, have millions of people watching their videos, and they made no money at all, because regardless, even if you utilize this technique, you have to know how to do it, and it has to work for you. And what people usually do is they'll do it themselves, which is costing them time away from doing what they do best for, which is their business, time away from the family, and time to even figure out how to even make all of the creatives and all of that stuff. That's costing you money. You just don't know it. You don't feel it the same way, but that's costing you money. Now, the other way is to do paid ads. And that costs money. And the way that I talk about doing paid ads is you're going to make a winning ad. So you want to have a winning ad, you want to generate leads. Depending on your type of business, some people can't do lead generation. Some people need to have phone calls. Some people need to have people just come to the location. But regardless, this here is one of the best methods that I've seen to work for mostly any business, is that you're going to run your ads to you're going to make a winning ad. Same thing that you have to utilize over here. A post, you got to have a winning post that's going to get people to, to get interested in your business. The difference between doing it for free here and doing it for paid is that you can learn very fast if your information is attracting people. Also, if you have a winning ad and you have people clicking it and they're becoming leads, how fast do you think that you'll be able to turn those people into sales? And then over here, while you're still trying to figure this out and hope that they keep showing your stuff for free, when you're paying them, you know that they're going to show it, and you can just say, okay, I'm going to make another ad and another ad. You could scale it. So you have more leads coming in, you have more people seeing your sales page, and that's going to make more sales, and you're paying. So you can see either which way you do it, you're going to pay. It's just that you got to get it in your mind which avenue you want to take. And then here's that whole thing of what I just showed you on the previous screen about consistency. If you're honest with yourself, which method do you think that you would have the best probability of being able to stay consistent? Because this is something that I do with my businesses. Like, I turn it on and I just turn it on and forget it. Because I turn on my ads and I leave my ads on. I have one of the longest running ads on Facebook. Has been running for more than 10 years straight. Never turned it off. Never turned it off during the holidays, Christmas, Easter, none of the days. It just runs consistently, and it consistently gets leads. It's one of the best ads that I've ever made, and I just duplicate and get, when I want to get more leads, I just duplicate or just turn on the other ads that I duplicated, and it'll bring in more leads. Doing this, I do post. Obviously, I'm posting videos and doing stuff like that, but that is at my leisure on when I do that stuff. I don't have to do that to be able to maintain my business, because my business is maintained by this here with doing paid ads. So regardless both ways you're going to pay, just one way you're going to pay a different way where you're going to come up with a budget and pay. The other way you're going to pay with your time, your time freedom, and you're going to have to be sitting there figuring out how to do that. But then the other thing is, how can you remain consistent? How can you, don't just think of it just between these two. Remember what I just showed you. You have to figure out a way to allow yourself to remain consistent. And if you're able to do that, you're going to see that you're able to get results. And for most of you who are watching this video right now, you want to get faster results. I want to always get faster results. So if you're doing stuff for free, how long, you could look it up yourself on Google. What is the odds of you being able to have content go viral? And then what is the odds of you being able to monetize your content to be able to make any money on it? Where it's going to be overnight. You don't need, your bills are going to come this month. They're not going to come a year or two later. Not to say that you shouldn't work with doing your free content, but you need to get something put together that's going to take care of your bills now, because tomorrow is not promised. So you need to be able to do things today. And the first step is to figure out a way to remain consistent. So if you need help, I have a program below where I will teach you how to run ads. I'll teach you how to generate leads. I'll teach you how to get phone calls directly to your business or directly to you. Whatever you need to do to grow your business, I'll teach you how to be consistent. I'll give you a system that you could utilize that works for my businesses every single day. Link is below this video. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe, post your questions and comments. Please hit that notification bell for the next video that comes out. This is Stephen.